Don't you miss those good old games? So simple, yet so effective. If you do, then you're going to love the lineup of January 2016. Dust off your joystick and turn on your CRT TV, because we're going back in time. Resident Evil 0 is one of the lesser-known Resident Evil games. Originally developed for, but never released on the N64, it came out in 2002 on Nintendo GameCube and was later ported to Nintendo Wii. This January, we're going to experience it for the first time on PC, in full HD, with additional content and new control scheme. Zero tells the story of Billy Cohn, a convict sentenced to death for supposedly killing a bunch of people, and Rebecca Chambers, a young police officer which you may know from the original Resident Evil 1. The heroes team up to uncover the mystery of an abandoned building overrun by strange creatures. It's exactly what we'd expect from a classic Resident Evil game and nothing more. But that's why we're so eager to play it. Darkest Dungeon is an old-school dungeon crawler because that's essentially what you do. You navigate through a dark maze, slashing through enemies in countless turn-based encounters. Many smaller games try to stand out from the crowd by including a unique gameplay mechanic or unusual narrative choices, and so does Darkest Dungeon. Your heroes are real human beings. They have their preferences and vices. They can get stressed out, panic, or even lose hope and give up. If you ever wanted to know how taking part in a fantasy adventure would really make you feel, Darkest Dungeon is there to provide the answer. The Witness, a game by Jonathan Blow, the creator of Braid, is all about puzzles and exploration, just like Myst, The Seventh Guest, Atlantis, and many similar games of the past. An entire abandoned island waits for you to come and uncover its mysteries. There's not much to tell about the gameplay. You go to places, find puzzles, solve them, and learn something new about the story. However, Blow may surprise us once again. While discussing the game, he mentioned a gameplay aspect that makes the experience unique and exciting. He compared it to a movie spoiler, though, and refused to expand on the matter. Well, good sir, consider us intrigued. Slain is an old-school fantasy action platformer, a throwback to the 16-bit era. It's simple, it's bloody, it looks a lot like Castlevania. And we don't need to know more to get excited about it. Alien Breed plus Diablo plus campy sci-fi nonsense equals Bombshell. 3D Realms, the studio behind Duke Nukem 3D, is bringing back good old gory action with its new top-down shooter with a sprinkle of RPG. When Shelley, Bombshell Harrison, a colonel in the Global Defense Force, is seriously injured by a mad scientist, a private military force offers her a second chance. Shelley becomes a cyborg and goes back into action, just in time to fight off aliens, which blah 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 blah. The story is silly, but in the end, does it even matter? At heart, Bombshell is a simple game, one you'd expect from 3D Realms in around 1995, and that's why we're going to play it. Kinguin's most awaited game of January 2016. Every game tries to get us excited in a different way, but which ones are we most eagerly waiting for? Kinguin's most awaited game of 2016 is Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon is not only a throwback to the good old days, but also a game that tries to do something new within a well-known concept. We hope it delivers what it promised, and let us experience the exertion of heroic journeys. What's your most awaited game of the month? Leave your comment below. Remember to visit Kinguin.net for best deals on game keys. Until next time, gamers.